Man, Hulk Hogan has died. Can you believe that? Look, I grew up in the 80s, right? I'm going to be 47 soon. I grew up in the 80s. Hulk Hogan changed lives. He moved culture. Now, whether you agree with him or not when it comes to his political views or his personal life, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what he did for the culture of America in the 80s. And what that man did for the culture of America in the 80s, he changed it. He moved culture, okay? And for that, he needs to be remembered. Like, this is a monumental figure in Hollywood who left planet Earth a little bit too early. My dad is turning 75, and if my dad died now, I'd be devastated. I'd be like, that's too soon, okay? People dying in their 90s, 75 is too soon. So Hulk Hogan was 70, I think. That's a bit too early. It could have been because of drug use, like steroids. Like, it's no secret, okay? Don't be a fucking idiot, okay? He did steroids. It could be because of that. But what that man did for the culture of the 1980s, it's monumental. And for that, he needs to be remembered for it. Now, man, we got another passing. Theo Huxtable. He died. He died from a rip current in Costa Rica. It's not just a coincidence that I got my Hollywood Universal Studios shirt. See that? Hollywood moves culture. So both these people, Hulk Hogan and Theo Huxtable, that's his character name in the show The Cosbys from the 80s and early 90s. He died with his daughter and wife on the shore. They were on the shore with him in Costa Rica, and he died because of a rip current. You can't fuck around with the rip currents, man. Rip currents are when the waves come in and they're so strong that they pull you out. Okay, now the way to get out of a rip current, a rip tide, is you gotta roll with it. I've been caught in a rip current before, and there's no fighting it. Like, the pull of a rip tide is so strong that if you're trying to fight it straight up, like heads up, so like if the rip current is going back towards the ocean and what you're trying to do is you're just trying to get to the sand, fighting it head on, you will lose. You can't beat Mother Nature, okay? So what you can do is you have to ride the rip current out. You have to ride it out to shore and then swim out to shore and stay there and then swim back in. Or you can break the riptide on the side, okay? Swim to the sides. But the way I did it was I just swim out with the riptide, okay? But Theo Huxtable, he died in Costa Rica. That sucked. And he was really young. He was in his mid-50s, okay? So this post is just about remembering how valuable and fragile life can be, and you got to take your health and safety seriously, okay? Now, there were no reports indicating that Theo Huxtable, Malcolm Jamal Warner, I know him more by his Hollywood name, Theo Huxtable, but Malcolm Jamal Warner, he didn't have any underlying health issues, so he was taken away from us from a tragic accident, okay? That's tragic, okay? When you drown at the beach, while there's a risk every time you go into the ocean that you can drown, it's a tragic accident. I've done Ironmans. I did the Ironman in the half Ironman. I did it in Hawaii, Kona, and you have to break small waves. And I'm telling you now, people do not know how to swim when it comes to ocean swimming. People cannot break waves and go swim. That's why they have to cancel it. Now all the Ironmans, they're usually done at a lake or a reservoir. They're not done in the ocean because people just can't swim in the ocean. And then Hulk Hogan, he tragically, I don't know, if someone dies in their 70s, is that tragic? If someone dies in their 90s, that's not tragic. That's expected, okay? We are all born to die. Like, we're gonna die one day, all right? So if someone makes it to their 90s, that's a life worth celebrating, that in longevity, okay? 90s is very rare. If you go to the cemetery today and you start walking around the graveyard, you're gonna have a hard time finding a tombstone that's 90 years old, okay? But Hulk Hogan, you know, he had health issues. Now, who's to say it's not from steroids? I'm not a doctor. I don't know shit about medicine, but I know that steroids are illegal. You can't just walk into a store and buy steroids. You have to get doctor prescription for it. I don't play with steroids. I've done bodybuilding competition, powerlifting competitions, never messed around with steroids. So you gotta just take care of your health and your safety, and that this video is about remembering to take care of those two things, because those two things are connected to your life, okay? Your health and your safety are connected to your life. You have to eat healthy, be healthy, sleep well, live well. These are Hollywood icons, and when it comes to dying, death does not care who you are. Remember that, okay? No one's protected from a drowning just because they're famous. No one's protected from an airplane or helicopter blowing up or crashing just because they're famous. So just remember that, okay? Be safe. Love you guys. Ernan says goodbye.